everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace here. Um, let's see. First things first, couple things. Um, I want everybody to stay warm, stay safe. It looks like no matter what part of the country you are in right now, where everybody's experienced some cold weather. I know I'm here in Texas and it's cold as hell. It really is. And this is coming from an Alaskan. It is cold and wet and rainy down here. And I know the same is going on in other parts of the country. So you guys stay safe, stay warm. I also want to take a minute to thank everybody for the wonderful birthday wishes that I received on January 7th, this past Tuesday. Thank you guys for all the inboxes, messages. Tamika and Katina, thank you guys for the little birthday love that you guys sent me. I definitely appreciate it. And thank you so much for that, you guys. Appreciate you guys very much. But thanks for everybody that took the time to send me a birthday wish. It's much appreciated. And thank you so much, you guys. Let's see, a little bit of updates in case you didn't watch the last video. You guys, take a moment and join the channel, become a member. I changed some things around and we're only going to have one membership level going forward. And it's only 99 cents, making it nice, affordable for everybody. But I definitely want you guys to become members because at a certain point, we are going to be doing a lot of things that are just members only. So I want everybody to be able to participate in that. And so I just figured, let's just make it, it's not really, it's going to be some, private conversations, things like that. So I do want a membership, but like I said, I wanted to make it nice, affordable for everybody to come on in, not too big of a deal. So once again, in addition to hitting that like, leaving a comment and subscribe, become a channel member, very quick, easy, 99 cents, you guys. So let's get into what we're talking about today, you guys. And, I'm putting it out here, giving my opinion on it. But let me start the conversation by saying, look, I am not this man's wife nor his widow, right? But some things just really about the situation aren't sitting right to me. Maybe, as we talk about it and you guys leave your comments and add your opinion, maybe there's a reason for it. We'll never know. We'll never know. But let's get into it. So a lot of you guys may be familiar with his name is Stephen Boss, but better known as Twitch. A lot of us knew him from So You Think You Can Dance, as well as his wife, Allison Holker, from that show. So You Think You Can Dance. He also was like a DJ and did dancing and things like that with Ellen DeGeneres on the Ellen Show. A lot of people know him from that as well. Well, unfortunately, you guys, as many of us already know, back in, let's see, I don't want to get any dates wrong. So on December 13th, 2022, he was found unalive in his Encino, California home. His death was ruled to be at his own hand. Read between the lines, certain words I'm not going to say, but you guys understand what I'm saying when I say that his death was ruled to be at his own hands. So that was in 2022, you guys. So here we are, fresh on the heels of 2025, and his wife, this man was married. Let's see, let me give you the exact time frame that he had been married to his wife. He had been married to his wife, Allison Holker, since 2013. They have been married. They have two biological children, a son who is 9 and a daughter who is 6. And he also adopted her daughter from a previous relationship. Not too sure on the age of that daughter, but from a picture I saw, she appears to be a teenage daughter, in that time frame. So they have 3 children total. Well, here, like I said, in 2025, his wife has decided to reveal some things about him. And before I speak on it, let's roll to a clip of her speaking about him. And the reason I'm bringing this up at all, of course, you're free to mourn your loved one the way that you want to. But here's what I have an issue with, me personally. From anything that I have heard about this man, he has never been painted as some degenerate drug user. We've never heard reports of him being arrested. Oh, Stephen Boss, or AKA Twitch, has been arrested, and drugs were found in his system, things like that. Like, we've never heard any disparaging things about this man. So I'm confused why, as a loving wife, you would then in 2025, some years after his passing, where the man has been resting in relative peace, I would hope, you know, it was very traumatic the way that he passed and things like that, the way he chose to go out. But of course, that definitely was his choice. So I just don't know why you're upsetting the non living to basically, to me, disparage his name. I definitely don't feel like people have to live behind lies and let people believe in a facade about somebody that wasn't true. But I definitely feel like there's a time and a place for everything. I feel like if you guys weren't going through so many things during your marriage that was public knowledge, and now you feel like it's your time to have your say, okay, I get that if things were going on. But if you yourself are coming out to say you knew nothing about anything going on, at the end of the day, you still don't know anything. So why not leave the memory of your children's father intact for them, and then have private conversations with them when they're at an age to handle that type of conversation? Like, hey, I know, you're older now. I know you probably have questions about what happened with your dad or why he passed. I don't really know, but this could be the reason, because we found, or think we found, these type of things after your dad passed. There's a time and a place for that conversation. But when you take it into and turn it into a clear money making scheme, and yes, it is a money making scheme that you want to write a book about it. Now you're on a publicity run at the sake of your children's father in their memory of him. Why not just, I'm like I said, I'm reiterating again. I'm not saying you have to paint him as this perfect guy who didn't have any demons, because clearly he did. People of sound mind don't do what he did. So obviously there was something going on. But lady, you yourself stated that you didn't know what was going on with your own husband. And I'm saying this because it's true. It's what you're saying. But I'm not meaning that to be a shot at her, because there are plenty of people that find themselves in this position where something like this happens with a loved one, family member, and they're clueless as to what happened or what was going on or why this person chose to take this path. But I just hate for it to come off like some type of money making scheme. So I'm going to show a couple little clips of her speaking about this. I'm also going to show his family is responding. They're not happy about it at all. His mother has responded. A cousin has responded. So let's take a look really quick and see what they had to say from some clips that I found. So give me just a second to pull these up. And the first thing I'm going to show is her speaking. And she addressed a fan as well. So let's see. Let me unmute this here, you guys.
And picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. And it was a really triggering moment for me, because there was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed. And it was very to me to learn that there was so much happening that I had no clue. So it was a really scary moment in my life to figure that out. But it also helped me process that he was going through so much and he was hiding so much, and there must have been a lot of shame in that. And he was wrestling with a lot inside himself, and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone, because he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain. But it was very alarming and scary to find those things and have never known. A moment, I was with one of my really dear friends, and we were cleaning out.
Now, she states that, and look, once again, not unlike a lot of people, you didn't know what was going on in your home. And look, I'm going to go and be devil's advocate and say it anyways. How do we know what you're saying is true anyways? But of course, you want us to buy that book because you're looking for a payday. This is all about a payday. And a certain part of me gets it. Hey, you're now a single mom of 3 and you got to find a way to make it. any way you can. He was the exalted one in the relationship. He was the one that was, now of course the Ellen show is no longer, but he was the one that was on, the Ellen show, and you were, I don't know what she had going on. Supposedly she's a dancer as well. Not quite sure what other than that she has going on. But look, the money maker is gone. So you as a woman, as a mother, you got to find a way to keep some checks going some type of way. But I ain't gonna pull no punches with you. I hope her book flops. And I'm an author, so I don't take saying that lightly about somebody. I hope it flops, because you know what? I still feel like you could have found another way to do things, and you should have just let sleeping dogs lie, literally. You should have just left it alone. It is what it is. Let me pick up the pieces of my life. Let me get my children on the right track, because they're missing their father. And in the midst of my children missing and grieving their father, I'm not going to add on to it by putting out to the world that he's some drug addict, when at the end of the day, you really don't know what was going on. You don't know where his head was at. You don't know anything, because he took it to the grave, literally. So she responds to a fan after she's accused of disgracing Stephen Twitch Boss's name in a recent interview. The fan says, "This whole thing made me sad. He's gone. Why tear apart his name? I was fully supportive about you moving on and being happy, but this at paycheck was not worth disgracing his name." Then Allison comes back and says, "I'll always love you, just trying to help people feel safe to ask for help and support." No, you're not trying to do that, because you're literally trying to act like you were going through this addiction problem with him, when you just said you didn't know what was going on in your home. You didn't know what was going on under your nose. That's the problem that I have. If this was an open thing that you knew about, you were dealing with, and people have questions and they want to know what was going on and why he did what he did, if you had been privy to anything, okay, I get you speaking about it. I get it then. I get you saying, hey, look, this is what was going on. This is what we were dealing with. You didn't even know. So why not just shut up and move on? So, yeah. So that's there right there. And then let me show you guys this. His cousin spoke up. So let me share this. Twitch's cousin speaks out against Allison Holker. She said, "Yeah, I don't give a you know what about an NDA. This crazy woman made me and his actual family, included, sign an NDA to even attend the funeral. She's been trying to tarnish his legacy and refuses to let the Boss family see the children, only to exploit and lie on my cousin. Hell no." Wow. She says, including his mother. How would you guys feel? Put it in the chat. I put it in the comments, y'all. I want to know, what would you think about someone making you sign an NDA just to go to your loved one's funeral? His cousin goes on to say, "I'm so tired of keeping my effing mouth shut, bro. You did our family so MFing dirty." Wow. Now I'm going to get to a statement from his mother. This is very sad. Then to find out you keeping the kids, the only thing they have left of this man, you're making it hard for them to have a relationship with his children. So it says Stephen Twitch Boss's mother releases a statement following Allison Holker's recent interview. His mother goes on to say, "Our family is absolutely appalled by the misleading and hurtful claims made about my son, Stephen Boss. The recent publications spreading untruths about Stephen have crossed every line of decency. As his mother, I will not let these accusations go unanswered. We will not stand by while his name and legacy are tarnished. He doesn't deserve this, and the kids don't deserve this. For the last 2 years, I have remained quiet and away from the public eye to protect my family. My primary focus has been on healing and attempting to remain connected to my grandchildren. But when I read these dreadful claims about my baby, our beloved Stephen, I realize I could not stay silent any longer. Our family will ensure his name and memory are protected, and we are committed to defending his honor, Connie Boss Alexander, hashtag Stand for Steven, hashtag Boss Family United, hashtag SLB, hashtag LLSLB. Not quite sure. Maybe those are his initials, not quite sure. But those are comments from his mother and his cousin. So I just don't know. I just think this whole thing um, is a payday. Was a payday. And I hate that she felt like this was the only thing that she could do to one, to stay in the limelight. You know, when you are no longer in the limelight, some people can't stand that. And that's just really the honest truth about it. Some people can't stand that. And she wants to make sure that she maintains some level of celebrity. So the only thing that she could do was to try to write this book, go on various social platforms and media outlets to disparage this man's name, when even if it's true, let me reiterate, even if it's true, it didn't need to be said. It wasn't, didn't need to be for public consumption. She could have just, moved on with her life, healed, and kept this between her, her therapist, and immediate family only to speak about. But instead, she chose to turn it into a payday. Honestly speaking, I hope the book flops. I hope nobody gives her too much leverage. And look, this may sound cruel for me to even say this, but let me start by saying this: his memory is going to live on to his family, his loved ones, his mother, his various family members. They're the ones that are still mourning him. But as the public, I'm just keeping it, I'm just being for real here. The man passed in 2022. As far as the public, nobody was even thinking about him anymore. To be really, really on, I'm just keeping it real. Nobody, our minds were not on Twitch anymore. It was strictly for his loved ones to have that concern and mourn him and things of that nature. Why not just let it stay like that? But no, it was for a payday. You weren't trying to help anyone. How are you trying to help someone heal from all these travesties and things like this when you say you didn't even, once again, you say you didn't even know what was going on? So why do we want to hear what you have to say about it? It was going on underneath your nose. You didn't know anything was going on according to you. So, anyways, that's all I had to say about it, you guys. I saw a little alert here. Hopefully, I didn't have too much of a technical difficulty here. But it should have been over very quick. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and once again, become a channel member. Love to have you guys over here, and see you next video. Bye.